Welcome back to the Mrs. Manifestation channel, and today I'm going to be sharing how worry is blocking your manifestations and what to do instead. Because if you are somebody who, like me, has been conditioned to worry about every little tiny thing and constantly be thinking about the future, anxious about what could potentially go wrong, you're going to realize very quickly why your manifestations aren't showing up. This is something I have to work on every single day, and I'm going to share with you the things that are really going to help you if you are a worrier, if you are an overthinker, if you're someone who has anxiety but has incredible dreams for what your future could look like. So let's get started. Now, let me ask you, do you ever feel like you're doing absolutely everything right? You're using all the manifestation strategies. You're trying to think positively. You're trying to imagine and act as if it's already happened, but your dream life is still not showing up. It's still not here. Well, there's one really big reason why this could be happening, and it's something that you might not even realize is holding you back. The real truth is that when you are a constant worrier, then that worry is blocking your manifestations. And when you start to realize this, you'll come to think of it and you'll think, no, of course it is, because it's your inner self-talk, like I spoke about yesterday. Overthinking, doubting yourself, constantly checking when your desires will show up. It's those very habits that are actually pushing away everything you want instead of drawing it closer and pulling it in. But don't worry, because there is a shift that you can make, and I'm telling you, it's going to change everything for you. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to overcome this obstacle and speed up your manifestations. So let's get started. So what I want you to understand is that worry is a manifestation too. Worry actually creates resistance. Worry blocks your flow. So you're always manifesting. And whatever you focus on expands and grows in your life. So the question is, are you feeding fear, or are you feeding faith? Which is expanding in your life? So for example, say you always say, I can't afford that. Or you wonder, when is my breakthrough coming? You're essentially sending out the energy of lack. Now, you've heard this 1,000 times, but what's actually happening and why this is something that's constantly repeated about living in this lack mindset is that instead of attracting abundance, you're just on the wavelength to repel it. You're not on a wavelength where it actually exists. You're not on that frequency. So it doesn't matter how much you want it. It's not aligned with where you are right now. So therefore, you can't possibly experience it. When you worry about timing, you're resisting the very thing that you're trying to manifest. So let's make a shift, okay? And really, what I need you to do, this is going to take so much repetition and practice. You need to start replacing worry with faith. So anytime you've got one of those doubts that creeps in about manifestation, and by the way, let me tell you that it doesn't need to be your number one manifestation goal that you're having this worry about. It could be anything in your life, because, but like I say, you're always manifesting. Always, always, always. Whether you know it or not, whether you believe it, you are manifesting right now. So every single negative, worried thought that you have, this is just you manifesting that in your future. Are you starting to allow that chain of events to unfold if you decide to focus on that? But if you decide to squash it and say, I'm thinking about this, I'm conscious that I'm not feeling good right now, that's my emotional guidance system telling me, no, this is not right for you. This is not what we dream for you. This is not what you have to be excited about. So stop getting excited about it in a negative way. Let's just start saying, not everything you think in your head is a truth. Let's realize that. Realize that not every thought that pops into your head is the truth. Many lies pop up there, many lies that you've been told previously or that you're just making up yourself because you think it's about self-preservation, keeping yourself safe so that you don't hope for the best. And if it never happens, you're going to get hurt or disappointed. When you actually realize that you are creating your future and you're essentially bringing about a sequence of events, when you continuously think about something in that way with really powerful thoughts and really powerful emotions, that's when things start to manifest. So actually, let's start thinking to ourselves, no, each thought I have is not necessarily true. It's literally just that, it's a thought. Let it pass by. And every time one of those thoughts passes by, you need to just say to yourself, no, that's a lie. Let's focus on the truth and literally spin it on its head and focus on the best, the most amazing outcome that is in contrary to that, that's in opposition to that. So say you're really concerned or worried about something in particular, you're going, right, okay, well, what's the opposite? What's the opposite, the most bright, the most amazing, the most vibrant version that I could ever wish for on that scale? Because it's all a scale. Everything is a scale. You've got worry and you've got excitement. Well, what have you got to be excited about instead of worry? What's the complete opposite of that? And think out that scenario in your head and visualize it and say, I'm so grateful that the universe wants the best for me. I'm so grateful, I'm so excited, and I look forward to focusing on that now. So every time your brain thinks about something negative, you say, no, actually, remember we talked about that mindset shift? I know you're just trying to help me, but actually we decided that we're only focusing on the positive outcome because we know that our creator God only wants the best for us. So therefore that's all that can be if we focus on that, because what we focus on expands. So replace your worry with faith and just ask yourself, even if you're thinking, well, what if? Stop thinking about the worst case scenario and just think, what if it was the very best case scenario? Because genuinely that can happen for you if you allow it. That is what your creator wanted you to experience. That's why you feel so good, because it's like your guidance system is saying, yeah, this is what we've planned for you. This is what we want for you. So just follow your guidance, keep positive, keep tethered to that thought, and we will send you inspiration. We will send you guidance. We will send you people in your path or situations or podcast episodes that really help you to get to where you're going. So focus on the positives, and just you need to retrain your brain to block out those old neural pathways you've created of worry and stress. And that's why I'm so focused on trying to make sure that my children never focus on the worry and the stress. They're always focusing on the positives. They're always doing that, because it's the biggest gift that you can give your children is to start thinking this way yourself and passing on this positive talk to them, meaning that you'll hear them down the line using positive self-talk about situations in their own lives. You're training their brain, you're helping them to create these neural pathways for themselves. And I really wish that I had that support. But then if I didn't have to have that, if I didn't have to train myself and go through all that almost emotional turmoil of having to learn these strategies, then I wouldn't be able to share that with you, because I would just think that was a normal thing. But I'm overcoming that more and more every day. So let's move on. Control versus trust. Okay, so important to understand that the need to control everything, it blocks divine timing. So when you keep obsessing over how your dream will manifest, that keeps you in resistance. What you need to understand is that your job, as I mentioned, is to have faith. Have faith that God loves you. Your creator loves you. They want you to have everything. It's like you're the child and they are the parent. Don't you want your child to have everything good in life? Of course you do. You want them to have the best of absolutely everything. You want them to have the best environment, the most abundance, the most joy, fulfillment, happiness. You want that for your children, and that is what your creator wants for you. And You can't even begin to imagine how amazing your life can actually be when you just let go. And believe me, as a recovering control freak, this is one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. And I still, every day, work on this. Obsessing over how things are going to happen and trying to plan it and strategize on it so much, you're just focusing on the little tiny, like a tiny element of this huge, expansive, incredible life that could be there for you. It's just starting to think about, okay, this is what I'd love to see. These are my gifts. This is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to express myself. This is how I'm going to live my life in a positive way, focusing on how I feel amazing, free, safe, secure, supported in every single sense, and just blocking out any of those negative thoughts that are coming to the forefront, because it's just passing over that control. And sometimes when you just say, like, literally, I've been in situations where I've just had to say, in some of the most difficult situations, I've just had to say, you know what, God, I trust you. I pass it over to you now. It's yours now. It's yours. I'm not going to think about it. I'm not going to do anything about it. I know this one is yours. And I know that you're going to prove to me right now that that you're in charge. And this is what you're trying to show me and teach me through this experience. It's yours. I love you. Thank you. Thank you for enabling this to work out just perfectly and beautifully. I'm going to relax now. I'm going to get into high vibration now. I'm not going to think one more time about this now. It's all yours. And I know that you're going to make it so perfect. And I trust you and I love you and I thank you. That's it. And you go about your day, and you literally, your only job then is to increase your vibration, get happier and happier and more grateful for everything you have in your life. So finally, let's talk about how to turn your worry into power. Now, I've already talked about some of these strategies, and I've already talked about some of the things that you can do here. But what can happen is, instead of letting your worry spiral, you can't, when you go down that rabbit hole, sometimes it's so hard to stop your brain from going down that spiral. And I'm sure that it's Abraham Hicks who speaks about the very first 17 seconds of being awake in the morning. It's your most powerful time in the entire world. So the first thing you need to do is, instead of like letting your day spiral out of control, use it as fuel. Now, I know that if you're listening to this podcast, you're surely not somebody who switches on their phone first thing in the morning. You don't just put your phone on before you're even out of bed. You can't be that person. I just know that. So I'm not even going to say anything about that. You wouldn't wake up and scroll on social media because you're not that person. You don't do that, okay? That's the biggest, single, most powerful mistake that you can ever make in your life. Instead, you're waking up, and the first thing you do, and you're lying in your bed, you're just thinking, I am so grateful. And the first thing I think in the morning, and I show gratitude for, I say, thank you so much, God, for my beautiful, healthy family. I am thanking God. I'm giving him the respect that and the thanks for my health, my family's health. I'm just so grateful that everyone is happy, they are healthy, we are having an amazing experience in life. And I just give so much gratitude for that. Then I start thinking about the day that's going to unfold. I'm so grateful, even just to lie here in this warm home, comfortable and cozy. I'm so grateful that I get to be the first one up in the morning, that I get to be prepared. I get to hug my children first. That is the biggest privilege ever in life. So I get myself up when I'm ready. I get ready. I organize my day. You can find all about that in The Perfect Day. It's a free planner and guidebook. It is amazing. You're going to love it. But that's your biggest thing. It's like, start your day off in a powerful state of mind. And if you're going to take your time and get ready, and you feel like it's better to have positive influence rather than just thinking, thoughts in your mind, you might go down that rabbit hole. If that's you, then just say, no, I'm actually going to start my day with a meditation. And one of the first links you're going to see underneath this video, underneath the caption about the video, in the description, is a free gift, which is a visualization meditation to help you to glow up yourself, your body, your spirit, and your mind. If you're listening to things like that, positive influences on your spirit, at the beginning of the day, your day is just going to turn around. Like your life is going to turn around like nothing else. So start your day off from a really powerful place. And as I mentioned, there's also the Perfect Day Guidebook and Planner. It's an audio guidebook. It gives you journal prompts, gives you everything you need to know to turn your entire day into the most powerful day ever. That's an amazing tool and resource, but it's all about creating and setting yourself up for success rather than getting too far ahead of yourself with thoughts. And every time a thought comes up that's a negative one, you just say, no, let's squash that. Sorry, that's a lie. Now, what's the truth? The truth is, and go on to just imagine this amazing, big, expansive, incredible life. And just imagine, it's going to unfold so much better than I could ever imagine. So every time you catch yourself in that space of worry, just affirm the universe is always working in my favor. God wants me to have everything incredible in life. And just keep saying that as your mantra. So just to finish off today, I want you to step into certainty, because guess what? Worry is a choice, and so is trust. It's the biggest thing ever. If, like me, you're a recovering control freak and you are always trying to engineer situations to prevent you from getting hurt, to prevent you from being in pain, to prevent others in your life from getting hurt or being in pain or in situations that are not positive, then realize that you are taken care of. God loves you. He's looking out for you. The universe is conspiring in your favor. And you just need to learn to trust that. And you can say these little mantras every single day. It's going to help you so much, because essentially your thoughts are backed up. These types of worry thoughts, they're backed up by emotion because you feel them. So you want to just swap them for joyful, abundant, happy emotions. Step into the most powerful version of yourself. That's why I created the Glow Up meditation. It's all about helping you to glow up from the inside out. And when you do that, and when you start your day off like that, you can decide that your manifestations are inevitable. They're happening. So you just need to let go, to align yourself, and to watch your dream life unfold. Because you're going to have the most amazing life when you start to let go of the worry and hold on to faith and let your life be guided like that. Now, I've mentioned a few times that you deserve to be supported. I truly believe that, so that you can step into your inner goddess. So if you are interested in downloading that meditation, it's going to be available below. If you're somebody who is ready to go to the next level and you really want to be supported in a more personalized way, there are options for you on mrsmanifestation.com or via the links below. You can take a look at the Glow Up Breakthrough Audit. It's an amazing video audit, and it's going to guide you towards being the very best version of yourself. You have 60-minute transformation call where essentially you and I look at your life right now and we get you right back on the right track, leaving you feeling empowered and ready. You know exactly what next steps to take in accordance with your divine guidance, and you're ready to take on the world and live your very best life. You can explore the latest offers at mrsmanifestation.com. There'll be so much more there for you as this community grows. Now, I just want to remind you that you are worthy of so much and you deserve the best. So let's say goodbye to the worry. Let's focus on being your best self. Let's focus on the mental thoughts that you're having, because you're worthy of everything. So let's go out, make it happen, have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video.